Hello students, welcome back to PRK Learning. So, today we will discuss all about Ohm's law, the new topic of the electricity chapter, another topic from our electricity chapter, that is Ohm's law. So, we have to see about Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? See, for that, if you know this is a circuit where bulb is there, one battery is connected. Okay, one battery is connected. So this battery means what? We said that in the last video, in potential difference video, we saw this battery is the source of potential difference. Means this is a potential difference, and from here what are flowing? From through the wire, the charges are flowing. Charges are flowing means current is flowing. This is a potential difference. This is a current. So what is the statement of Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that the potential difference between the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through the conductor. The potential difference between ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through that conductor, provided that the temperature should constant at a constant temperature. Okay, at a constant temperature. What is the statement? V is directly proportional to I. The potential difference between the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through that conductor. One thing provided, temperature at a constant temperature. At constant temperature. Temperature should constant. This is very important. If temperature is not constant, it will not follow. For this, if means meaning of this is, if I will increase the potential difference, current will also increase. If I will decrease the potential difference, current flowing through that conductor is also decrease. Right? Means if I will apply, if I first give the 20 volt battery, the current, suppose the current is flowing, suppose 5 ampere. Say when 20 volt battery I applied, suppose through this circuit, suppose it is just the current is flowing 5 ampere. So when I will double the potential difference, suppose now 40 volt battery I am applying. So how much current will flow? Current will also double. That means here current will flow 10 ampere. Now the 10 ampere you are double, if when you are double the potential difference, current will also double. This statement is applicable only when the temperature is constant. When the temperature is constant. So, if you increase the potential difference, the current will also increase. If you will decrease the potential difference, current will also decrease. Okay. So, this is the law of Ohm's, which is given by the Ohm. What is Ohm's law? The potential difference between the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through that conductor. Okay, so now if I need to remove this proportionality sign, if we have to solve this, I need to remove this proportionality sign, and if I will remove the proportionality sign, I means I will convert the proportionality sign into is equals to, I have to use one constant, proportionality constant. Suppose that proportionality constant is R. Suppose that proportionality constant is R. And this R is a proportionality constant. R is proportionality constant, and this R is called as resistance. This R is called as resistance. About this resistance, we have to talk in detail. We will talk in detail about this resistance. But for this time, you just keep in mind that R is resistance. Okay, R is resistance. Means resistance, resist. It is resisting something. So in this case, what this will resist? It will resist the flow of current. It will resist the flow of current. Means resistance means it opposes the flow of current. It opposes, it tries to stop the current which is flowing through the conductor. That is the resistance. Okay, so it is resistance. Now, if suppose I will write, to this equation I can write I is equals to V by R also. I is equals to V by R. Means you can see I is inversely proportional to the resistance. I is inversely proportional to the resistance. If resistance increases, current through that circuit decreases. If resistance increases, the current through that circuit decreases. And if resistance decreases, current through that circuit will be increased. If suppose I will double the resistance in this circuit, if I will double the resistance, current will become half. Current will become half. So if the resistance increases, current decreases. So I is inversely proportional to the resistance. And this V by I ratio, when you will take V by I ratio, always you will get constant. Always you will see here, when you apply the 20 volt battery, the current was flowing 5 ampere, means 20 by 5 if you will do, you will get how much? 4, right? And if when you double the voltage, when you double the potential difference, that is 40 volt, current also double, that is how much? 10 ampere. So what the answer is coming? 4. So this value, V by I value always will be constant. For when? When the temperature is constant. When temperature is constant. Okay, so this is all about Ohm's law. And now we have to see, can Ohm's law is applicable for all the elements or all the matter, all the things available in our nature? No, it is not a universal law. Ohm's law followed by the metals, because all the metals are good conductor of electricity. So now the Ohm's law obey only by the ohmic conductor. What is ohmic conductor? The conductors which obey the Ohm's law, is called as ohmic conductor. So metals, all the metals are ohmic conductor, and which do not obey the Ohm's law, that is called as non-ohmic conductor. Which do not obey Ohm's law, that is called as non-ohmic conductor. So now this only if I will take suppose VI graph. I told you V by I ratio will always constant. Now if suppose I will take VI graph, means suppose if first here 20 volt, here we will take the potential difference. Here we are taking potential difference. Suppose this is 20 volt. Suppose 40, 60, 80. Okay. Now here the currents we are taking 5 ampere, 10 ampere, 15 ampere, 20 ampere, and suppose 25 ampere, like that. So when the potential difference was 20, the current flowing through that circuit was 5 ampere. When the potential difference was 40 volt, the current flowing through that conductor is 10 volts. Right? So when 60, it was 15 volt. Means if you will see the line, straight line is coming. The VI graph, this is the V, this is I on x-axis. Okay, on y-axis we are taking potential difference. It is V, it is I on x-axis. So if you will see the VI graph, the slope of the VI graph is a straight line. And this slope is giving us the resistance. The slope is giving, means the slope of the VI graph will give us the resistance. Because you know V is equals to IR, we learn now. V is equals to IR. V is here, I is here. Where is the resistance? So this slope is a resistance. And for ohmic conductor, this VI graph will always a straight line for ohmic conductors, which obey the Ohm's law. It will give a straight line at a constant temperature. Okay, so this is VI graph. How we will, if we are increasing the potential, current also increasing. If we are increasing, current also increasing. So this is VI graph of the Ohm's law, and this is about resistance. Resistance we will talk in detail in the next video. But now we have to see the limitations of Ohm's law. Why Ohm's law failed? Because where Ohm's law failed? Ohm's law failed for the non-ohmic conductors. Means at a variable temperature, Ohm's law will not obey. Ohm's law will obey at only constant temperature. If you are increasing the temperature or if you are decreasing the temperature, the Ohm's law will not obey. And the Ohm's law is not applicable for semiconductors also. Semiconductors means what? Germanium, silicon, like this. The Ohm's law is not applicable for semiconductor also. Right? And Ohm's law is not a universal law. Ohm's law is not universal law. Universal law means it is applicable for all the things. But Ohm's law is not applicable. Therefore, Ohm's law is not a universal law. So this is small idea about Ohm's law, and for Ohm's law numericals about Ohm's law and potential difference we will see in the next video, and we will talk about resistance also. Okay, thank you for watching a PRK learning, and if you like it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.